A human's instincts are nothing to sneeze at, and mine say I'm right.
Well, if he is a ghoul, that's not necessarily gonna...
That's the point.
...kill him, but...
Prove me wrong. Please just let this be a common murder.
You welcome us, won't you?
Hey. Oh, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown, and I am back with another episode of Tokyo Ghoul Part 2. This is episode 4 called Those Left Behind. Now I feel like we've already gotten a pretty good reintroduction of a lot of people that we hadn't seen in a while. We didn't know what was going on with them. Some that we thought were dead, that kind of thing. And I said that I wanted to look some people up, and I have. I have been having a lot of fun looking up people. I've definitely gotten spoilers, but I won't clue anyone in on those. Not right now, but yeah, I've definitely gotten spoilers, but I'm okay with that. I think at this point, we're so far in that I felt like I really needed to know some of these characters better and who they were and where they were coming from and stuff like that. See where I was on the right track about certain things and where I was like completely off in left field. Let me see if there's anybody that I really wanted to bring up. Armon coming up as being alive in Dr. I think his name is Kano's experiments. That's great. And I thought it was interesting that he says that Armon is one of his failures. And to me, at least he's not completely batshit crazy. He seems to be somewhat stable. He's a good fighter. He's strong. So I'm not sure. I know he's not what the doctor was looking for, but seriously, if he's looking for another Ken Kaneki, I don't think he's going to really get it. So whatever. Any thoughts?
Your pronunciation of their names is so...
Well, what's the actual pronunciation?
Amon.
Amon, because I always pronounce the R, and it probably should be at least softened a lot more. Amon. Yeah, okay.
And what was the...
Dr. Kano?
I'm pretty sure it's Kano.
Kano. Dr. Kano. Okay. Oh my gosh. And the twins I didn't catch on to until, which I think I talked about this last episode. I didn't catch on to it until she was talking about her sister being in her or whatever. I was like, oh my God. Will. And I probably should have caught on before that because I'm pretty sure that Juso was talking to her about her and her sister. And yeah, I didn't pick up on it until later. Anyway, the owl, I know there's multiple owls, but bear with me. The owl taking the place of his daughter, so his daughter is protected or kept safe. That owl we saw at the end of last season. I think, was it last season or the season before? The season before, the end of Tokyo Ghoul. That one, like we saw his daughter take him, like basically digest him, and we know that she can just spit him out or whatever. And he was alive. And so I just assumed he'd be alive. But I think he's either dead or he's being used for experiments.
Yeah. So I think now he's either recently died or soon going to die. Because they took him to use his genes, basically.
Right. Nothing promising there. I had hoped for the longest time that we would find out that he was living somewhere and doing something good or recovering or something, or that he would be like Amon. But that does not appear to be what's going to happen, so... But there are other people being used in his experiments, at least one other person I know of, that we should get to see at some point later. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the episode before I give away too much more, because I know I've already given away stuff. And for those of you that have already watched the whole series, you already know this, but there may be people on here that haven't, so let's go ahead.
I mean, even if you've watched the whole series, you might not know some of it because
right,
in the show.
And you might forget all kinds of other stuff. If my coloring is bad, it is nighttime. It's just getting too hard for me to get episodes done at the short period of time and the right time of day where the lighting is good. So I'm just doing it at night, so at least the sun isn't going to be interfering, bleaching out my skin. I should be able to fix it a little bit on my video editor, but it doesn't always do a great job when the lighting's really, really shit. And I do have a side lamp right here. I do have my main lamp up there. It's just, they're not specifically for this kind of work. I don't know if it's 100% sure, but I was always told that that would kill a butterfly. Not right away, but later. Whether they're trying to just catch it or they're actually trying to kill it, like just messing up their wings, messing with the coloring on their wings, it rubs it off and it's supposed to be deadly to them. I don't know exactly why. That's just what I was told, which could be an old wives' tale. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard something similar about like a lot of sea creatures, like I think penguins, because they have like a coating on their feathers, I think. It like rubs it off and that makes them not be able to handle the cold as well.
I wonder if, like, I think birds are supposed to have a certain amount of oil and stuff in their feathers or something like that, which makes them, like, ducks can go on water just rolls off their back and stuff like that. But I wonder, like, when there's oil spills and they have to clean them up with Dove soap and shit like that, if that fucks up the balance of oil on their feathers or something.
Bonjour, Otto. Would you like some help? Who are you?
Is he with us?
Couldn't tell you. Who the hell are you? I believe I have an idea as to how to jog your memory. Naki is a bit forgetful, but I remember my enemies. If memory serves, I owe you one.
The feeling is quite mutual.
Hunting down our giddy tree would pay off eventually. I've been looking for you, old man.
Is he on my side?
Yeah.
He must have his own motives.
When will you urchins realize this isn't an orphanage?
Damn, you're ugly.
We're not gonna let you have the old man, so give up?
Pretty damn rude, you know that, Roma? Guess I'll have to teach you some manners.
Where is Investigator Mutsuki? I have no idea where he is, but I'm sure he's being eaten right now.
By the torso.
Inkling!
I can't do it. I can't fight you.
You're finished!
Oh boy.
You're still a person, Takizo.
First year, second semester grades. Let's see the rest.
Takizawa.
Hey, congratulations.
I mean, she's always been very good at that stuff. I had very mediocre grades at best in school. I graduated high school with a C minus. But then in college, I had very, very, very good grades, so.
Investigator Motto, I didn't mean...
Stand down.
Why? After everything I've done, you...
Protecting a ghoul is a criminal offense. I should have closed my heart and done my job. But I couldn't. If I'm unfit to be an investigator, then so be it. Takizawa, I can't count the number of times I've thought about you. And wondered if I had just...
Motto! Motto! What are you doing?
She won't last long like this. I need you to get her out of here, all right?
You're asking me? What the hell makes you think that I would care enough to save her? I'm a murderer. I have betrayed everything I ever stood for.
I believe in you, Sado.
All right. But this doesn't mean you've saved me and I don't need your redemption. further.
You'd better hurry. Dr. Kano's leaving as we speak.
Shit. Shut your mouth.
Whenever my victims get desperate, I find it so delightful. And you...
Romani, no! What are you gonna do with Investigator Motto, you damn ghoul?
And like you all seem to be missing, the people you're fighting used to be fucking detectives. You're so anti-ghoul that you can't even fucking have some fucking empathy for people that used to be part of your fucking crew.
A fine war cry, but it gives you away.
Nice one, Grandma! Okay, Romani?
No, I'm really not.
Okay, now, my understanding is that Roma is actually the girl that was the waitress before, that was like really shy and constantly breaking stuff. I did find that interesting.
Can't you see I'm just a kid?
You're in my way! Get lost!
Help me, Shiko! Use your wings!
Okay, sure. Stab her? Put your head down!
Thanks for that.
Sure.
Shikore's brain may be totally scrambled, but he does have some special kakuro. Two of us still have the upper hand in this fight.
I don't want to get hurt. I'm leaving.
Gosh.
I've recently decided that violence is meaningless.
Well, I disagree. You're up, Self! Yonebayashi!
Captain, wait. I don't think this ghoul is like the others.
You know your job. Now do it.
Maybe they don't realize because they weren't part of this when he was a detective or something. I would have just thought that he would have been like well known even after they thought he was dead.
I understand, but I won't risk losing anyone else. Remote activation. Kill him? Something's not right. His cognition's abnormally enhanced. Bastard's a cannibal. Have to go. Frame 3. How do you like this? Ikemaru, don't be dead. I can't lose anyone else.
I was like, are you gonna say you or are you just talking about you can't lose, period?
Motsuki, let's go home. Together!
Well, if you actually cared about your team, then you wouldn't go and fight this guy for no reason.
Right. And my understanding is that he is going to gradually get more and more sympathy and empathy for the rest of his team. He's just not quite there yet.
I didn't mean to.
Leave him alone! If you're a ghoul, then why did you save me?
Because I thought it was the right thing to do. Yonebayashi, right? The world is askew. It's hard to see what path is truly right. But if you always just do as you're told, then your eyes will learn to lie to you. We have to ask ourselves if we're on the right path.
Maru. What is the meaning of this?
I conducted a private investigation of the Washu clan.
Your findings?
One-Eyed Owl's book seems to imply that the Washu clan are ghoul collaborators. The book is wrong. The Washu clan isn't collaborating with ghouls.
It's comprised of ghouls.
I was gonna say.
A human's instincts are nothing to sneeze at, and mine say I'm right.
Well, if he is a ghoul, that's not necessarily gonna
That's the point.
kill him. But...
Prove me wrong. Please just let this be a common murder. You disappoint me. Marude!
Idiots! You think I'll just let you escape? Never again!
Okay.
It seems you failed to notice the SS Clown cells were opened.
For you.
We had best be off. It's time we found the king.
And that's the guy that used to run the orphanage or whatever. That was all kinds of fucked up to his orphans. And Amon was part of that orphanage.
Kaneki, this isn't such a tragic thing.
What do you mean?
There are some things I need you to know. Myself, Haidu, and Furuta, too. We were raised to be investigators in a place called the Sunlit Garden. We aren't human. We're more like misbegotten half-breeds. I'm sure you've noticed. The sight in my right eye isn't what it was. It's glaucoma, relatively common ailment. For the elderly, at least.
But you're
What happens when a human and a ghoul conceive a child?
a hybrid between both races.
Typically, the children born are all but identical to human beings. All that's different is that their bodies are somewhat physically stronger, and their lifespans are drastically shortened. Cases such as the one-eyed owl are incredibly rare. Before this fight, my remaining lifespan was all but spent.
Who made you like this? And why?
The Washus, and I don't know, but I wonder if maybe some part of them was hoping to become human.
The Washu clan, the leaders of the CCG, they're ghouls?
Ask Take to fill you in on the details. He'll help you. I've told him all I know.
A letter of resignation.
I want you to kill someone, the One-Eyed King. I want the world to know it was you who brought my life to an end.
The One-Eyed King is you.
If word gets out that Kishoarima was killed by a ghoul, that ghoul will become a beacon of hope to all others. At least that's what Eto believed. The One-Eyed King is just an idea that she and I came up with.
So did he say that the One-Eyed King was an idea that him and Eto came up with? Okay.
Please do this. There's no one else who can.
I thought he had killed himself.
He's pretty sure he slit his throat.
So it's like not enough to kill him. That sucks. Oh my god.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll be the ghoul who killed you.
Thank you, Ken.
Not it sucks ass for Kaneki. It sucks ass for him. Like, he wanted to die. He fucking slit his throat and everything, like, really well, and he's still not dying. That would suck.
I've always despised myself for only ever taking from others. At last, I feel like I've left something behind.
They didn't do a very good job of killing him.
He just died.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. Kaneki seems to keep trying to save people and they keep dying on him. It's very sad. Oh, that name that I was talking about that I had seen on one of the titles for Tokyo Ghoul Re was a video game. It was the name of a video game.
Okay.
We can coexist with humans.
I mean, you've always been coexisting
Pleasure
with
to meet
humans,
you.
sort of. But both sides have always treated each side like they can't coexist, which really sucks. And it seems like
There has to be something you can
some
do!
of the coexisting
group,
together
gentlemen.
is with them not knowing. So. Alright.
I find it interesting how little they go over Mutsuki's situation with Torso. Like, they show them get taken, and then they show them get saved. And that's basically it.
Right.
And so, like, every time I think about it, like, I completely forget that they were ever taken in the first place. Because it was so short.
Right, because it was like they showed his glowing eyes and her like coming to for a little bit, and then they showed that, and that was it. I don't know. I've always wanted them to just figure out that it's better for them to work together and for them to try to come to some kind of semi-peaceful agreement or something. And I still think that there was something going on so that the humans would accommodate the ghouls to an extent. Like when they started the show, they seemed to be targeting these ghouls because Rize had been like, she was getting greedy and that was just taking too much of a toll and it was messing with the system they had. And considering that the CCG was being led by a family of ghouls or half-breeds or whatever you want to call them, maybe there was something to that. I don't know, but I always liked the idea of Ken Kaneki trying to bring them peace, getting them to realize that they could work together, that they should have empathy for each other, that they should be trying to help and not kill each other, that they can coexist. Even when Kaneki's been like at his worst, killing, he always seems to like eventually snap to, and that seems to be his main direction, is to try to not kill people and to try to get them to freaking work together. And then he gets kind of fed up when they refuse, so.
Yeah, I think the Washu clan is the main reason why ghouls are so hated by humanity.
Which is messed up. Like, you've got these half-breed ghouls in the CCG.
Some of them are half-breeds.
Okay. Either way, you've got these ghouls in the CCG that are running things, and rather than trying to attain some empathy for ghouls, they're just like making things worse for them. Although I think people do that a lot. People intentionally do shit that makes things worse for people like them all the time, which is sad and it's ridiculous, but it happens every day, all the time, everywhere in the world. There's people that are making decisions that harm other people just like them, and I don't know why. I don't know what the drive is for doing that, but there's got to be some kind of drive because it seems to just happen in every freaking group, every category of any human being that I know of. Why? There's also people in the same categories that are like, no, we have to help each other. We have to do things to make things better. Then you get this gridlock between the two sides. Do we kill each other or do we help each other and make things better?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they explain why the Washu clan is doing this at some point.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week.
Is there more?
We'll just have to tune in next week to find out, won't we?
And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.